Unfortunately, I subjected myself to Star Trek Starfleet Academy Episode 2 for the purposes of this video. And it was worse. Yes, worse than the first episode. I couldn't believe it.
This just detonated across Hollywood. Paramount has officially canceled Starfleet Academy, and Holly Hunter is not staying quiet. Let's get this straight immediately. As of today, Paramount has not released any official statement confirming the cancellation of Starfleet Academy. There is also no verified report from major trades like Variety or The Hollywood Reporter announcing that the series has been scrapped after a disastrous episode drop. And there has been absolutely no confirmed public meltdown, tirade, or bridge-burning interview from Holly Hunter regarding the project. But here's why the internet is spiraling and why this rumor exploded so fast. Starfleet Academy was announced as one of the next major expansions of the Star Trek universe for Paramount+. The concept alone was powerful. A new generation of cadets training at Starfleet's legendary institution, set in the 32nd century timeline introduced in Star Trek. Discovery. It was pitched as a fresh gateway for younger audiences while still honoring decades of canon. On paper, it sounded like a calculated revival strategy. But in today's streaming climate, on paper means nothing if the numbers don't land. And that's where the anxiety began. Streaming platforms are under enormous pressure right now. Subscriber growth has slowed across the industry. Budgets are being cut. Projects are being reassessed before they even air. And when a franchise carries the legacy weight of Star Trek, expectations are sky high. Fans don't just want content, they want legacy. They want philosophy. They want the feeling that made Star Trek The Next Generation iconic. So when whispers started circulating online claiming the first episodes of Starfleet Academy were underperforming internally, the reaction was instant. Social media didn't wait for confirmation. Headlines popped up from unofficial blogs. Canceled? Disaster. Paramount pulls the plug. None of it sourced. All of it went viral. And then Holly Hunter's name was dragged into the storm. Hunter is no random casting choice. She's an Academy Award-winning actress with decades of credibility. Her involvement signaled that Paramount was serious about elevating the series. Casting someone of her caliber suggested gravitas, authority, stability. It told audiences, this isn't just a teen drama in space. That's why the rumor hit harder. If a studio were to cancel a series after only a couple of episodes, especially one positioned as a flagship, it would send a brutal message. Not just about ratings, about confidence, about direction, about whether modern Star Trek can hold its footing in a fragmented entertainment landscape. But here's the reality. No verified ratings collapse has been published. No confirmed audience score catastrophe has been reported. No legitimate insider from Paramount has stated that the show was axed after an episode disaster. And perhaps most importantly, Holly Hunter has made no public statement attacking Paramount. So why does the narrative feel so believable to some fans? Because franchise fatigue is real. For years, segments of the Star Trek audience have debated the direction of the newer era, from Star Trek, Picard to Discovery's later seasons. Some viewers embrace the modern tone. Others argue it leans too far from the philosophical roots established by earlier iterations. That tension creates a powder keg. All it takes is one rumor to ignite it. And that's exactly what happened here. A cancellation story spreads. A supposed on-set outburst gets invented. A deleted Instagram quote gets fabricated. Within hours, it feels real. Comment sections treat it as confirmed. Reaction channels amplify it. The narrative snowballs. But none of it holds up under factual scrutiny. There is no verified interview where Holly Hunter accused Paramount of caring only about stock prices. There is no confirmed viral clip of her storming off during press. There is no official cancellation of Season 2 announced before Season 1 has even properly launched. In fact, as of the latest confirmed reporting, Starfleet Academy remains in active development within the Star Trek franchise roadmap. That doesn't mean the stakes aren't high. If the show does underperform when it premieres, Paramount will absolutely evaluate its future. Streaming platforms routinely cancel series based on engagement metrics, completion rates, subscriber retention, global performance. We've seen this pattern across the industry. Even major IP isn't immune. But preemptive panic based on rumor? That's a different story. The reason this situation feels explosive isn't because something confirmed happened. It's because fans sense vulnerability. Star Trek isn't just another franchise. It's a cultural institution that has shaped science fiction for generations. Its identity was built on optimism, moral courage, diplomacy over destruction, and the belief that humanity can evolve beyond its flaws. That philosophy set it apart from darker, more cynical sci-fi universes. So when a new installment is announced, it isn't judged like ordinary entertainment. It's measured against decades of legacy, and even the slightest misstep feels like a crack in the foundation. If Starfleet Academy succeeds, it could introduce an entirely new generation to the franchise. If it stumbles, critics will call it proof that the universe has lost direction. That tension makes every headline feel like a turning point. And Holly Hunter's involvement adds another layer. She has a reputation for being direct and principled in interviews over the course of her career. That reputation makes it easy for fabricated, she-snapped stories to circulate. It fits a dramatic narrative. But fitting a narrative doesn't make it true. Right now, there is no evidence of a public feud between Holly Hunter and Paramount, no verified backlash statement, no confirmed bridge-burning moment. What we're witnessing is the power of speculation in the streaming era. A franchise with decades of history, a studio under financial pressure, an A-list actress attached to a high-profile project. That combination creates instant volatility. The real question isn't whether Paramount canceled the show 2 minutes ago, because there's no factual confirmation of that. The real question is whether Starfleet Academy can meet the expectations placed on it before it even premieres. Because once it airs, the verdict won't be decided by rumors. It will be decided by audience engagement. Will longtime fans feel the spirit of exploration again? Will new viewers connect with the cadet's journey? Will Paramount double down on bold storytelling if it lands? Or will the internet's skepticism become a self-fulfilling prophecy? Here's what's undeniable. The Star Trek brand is at a crossroads in the streaming age. The rules have changed. Franchises can't survive on nostalgia alone, no matter how legendary their past may be. Modern audiences demand layered storytelling, disciplined world-building, and a creative vision that feels intentional, not reactive. In the era of binge-watch metrics and instant social media verdicts, hesitation from a studio can signal doubt, and doubt spreads fast. If Paramount shows uncertainty, fans read it as instability. But if the studio commits boldly and backs its creators, that confidence can reignite belief just as quickly. And if any official news drops, a renewal, a cancellation, a public response from Holly Hunter, it will reshape the conversation instantly. Until then, the viral narrative remains exactly that, viral. But this situation reveals something deeper about fandom culture today. Information moves faster than verification. Emotion spreads faster than fact-checking. And once a dramatic storyline takes hold, it's nearly impossible to fully rewind it. Whether Starfleet Academy thrives or struggles, one thing is certain. The reaction will be amplified far beyond its actual performance. Because this isn't just about one series launch, it's about the future direction of the entire Star Trek universe. Every viewership number, every critic score, every social media trend will be dissected as evidence of something bigger. Can this franchise modernize without alienating lifelong fans? Can it attract new audiences without abandoning its philosophical roots? The stakes feel existential. For many viewers, this isn't entertainment, it's legacy. And legacies, once shaken, are fiercely defended. And when the first real numbers come in, that's when we'll find out if this was just another internet firestorm or the beginning of something far bigger.